Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Idle Angels video, and today I would like to cover up the topic regarding those new relics that we got and the engravings, because I do see that the question asked quite a lot: which one should I pick from the chest that they give us, and what are those relics, how do they work, what do they actually do? And in short, I will try to give you some information, how it works and what to do with them. So first, in order to get them, if I'm not mistaken, you need to have the Chaotic Realm unlocked, because you will be getting them over here on the Destiny Relic. The idea of the Destiny Relic is other games have had that for quite a while. It's just an additional relic that provides some buffs or some damage depending under certain conditions. So it is essentially just a new thing added to the game, and you can be adding some engravings towards those relics. So first, to get over the relics, we have 3 relics into the game right now, and you will be needing this dust over here in order to upgrade the relic. As far as I understand, the relic can go up to level 150, with every level giving you some strength, agility, intellect and endurance stats, and every 10 levels you receive some additional buff like damage reduction, bonus damage, bonus max health and stuff like that. Attack up, and over here on the attribute overview you can see it. How do we get those dusts? Well, to be honest, we only know about the events that we currently have because it came out. So if I'm not mistaken, it was in one of those events. Right now we have the opportunity to swap or buy with currency for them. I think it was actually on the Starlight Circus in the shop with those coins. Yes, over here you could be buying the Destiny essence with coins. And what I am going to do is, after I buy the blue scrolls over here, I will move on to buying the probably the Destiny essence. Why? Because there is the Destiny Relic shard, which is very strong and nice, but you need 100 shards in order to upgrade a relic to the next level. So this means 4 chests with 6,000 coins costing each. So let's move back to the relic. At least this is for now how we expect to do it. I'm not sure if there will be a event every month that will allow us to gather some of those dust into the future. It is yet to be seen, but for now it looks like more of a pay to win kind of a mechanic. So for those relics, there is the Awakening, as I mentioned, and we currently have 3: the Eternal Thunder, the Doom Scythe and the Echoing Scepter. What they do is, the Eternal Thunder, after an ally casts skill 12 times, so each angel will be casting skills during a battle, and once the number of skills reaches 12, it will be dealing true damage equal to 60% of the max HP to the enemy with the lowest HP. So the enemy with the lowest HP, if they have 1000 max HP, it will deal 60% of that max HP, and essentially it is just some additional damage, with the possibility that if you upgrade it to 1 star you deal more damage, and if you upgrade it to 2 stars it will require you to go to activate on lower skills activated by your allies. The Doom Scythe, it evaluates after an ally casts a skill or basic attack. If an enemy HP is below 30%, deal true damage equal to 200% of allies' average attack to all enemies, and pursues all targets with HP below 30%, dealing true damage equal to 400% of the allies' average attack. So basically, essentially, you want all of your allies to have high attack, because it will take the summarized version of the attack. For instance, if you are a newer player and you have only one MR DPS angel that has a lot of attack on it, but you use some SR or basic SSR plus angels that are not built up or don't have gear on them, the average of that attack will be very low, and the Doom Scythe won't really do much in regards of the dealing damage. In short, I do believe the Ethereal Thunder and the Doom side are more of the PvP side. I'm not sure if they will be dealing that much damage into PvE to make a difference in order to push further stages. And with upgrading to 1 star or 2 stars, you will just be dealing more damage with the Doom side. Then on the Echoing Scepter, in my opinion, the best one for free-to-play players. At the start of the round, for 4 rounds, you get a blessing to all allies that is giving 5% of attack, physical resistance, and and magic resistance. Then at 1 star, you gain 15% crit damage increase, while your allies are below 50%, and then they gain 15% leech, which means lifesteal. And then at 2 stars, all the blessings that are provided by the Echoing Scepter are undispellable, which is very, very strong in my opinion. So Echoing Scepter should be the best. Now, how do you apply those relics? You go to your lineup, and here on the top right, it will be either with a plus sign, or you just need to click it if you have chosen a relic. And then from here, you can swap onto the right, whichever you want. Then you click confirm, and you will see which relic you have. In order to know if the relic is being cast, you will probably need to be on a slower speed. As you can see, we saw the animation, so you know that the relic is being casted. In terms of the relics, that will be it. As I mentioned, I prefer the Echoing Scepter to be maxed out first. I'm not sure what other people or whales, if they have upgraded all of them to maximum to see what is better or what is not, but I do believe that the Echoing Scepter on max will be the best one in terms of PvP and PvE as well. Then we move to the Divine Engraving. How do the Divine Engraving actually work and what those are? So for now, we know that the Divine Engravings will be for SSR plus angels, and you will need to upgrade the relics to certain level in order to put more engravings into the relics. For instance, we can use 1, and then if you reach level 30, it will give you another 1. The engravings are specified to buff out the angel that is the engraving for. For instance, if you pick the Ra Divine Engraving, you will need UR plus level to be unlocked on Ra in order to get this skill activated. Same goes for the second one, you need MR 3 stars. For the third one, MR 5 stars. And for the last, Incarnation Power 3 stars. Same goes for Icarus, but it's just different levels. UR plus, as you can see, for the first two, then MR 4, and then Incarnation level 3. If you don't use those angels, none of them, you don't use Cupid, you don't use Himiko, you don't use Icarus, you don't use Ra, if you don't use any of those, then don't pick up any of the engravings. Because essentially, even if you get the engraving and apply it, you won't get any of the benefits for that engraving, and you will just waste your chest into picking an engraving that won't be useful for you at the moment. Why I say that is because we expect in the future that all SSR Plus will receive their engravings. So if you look at the supports, we have talked about it, Sim, Hera, Horus, there are SSR Plus supports that we use in our lineups, and whenever they receive an engraving, it will be nice to be able to get that engraving and apply it to your lineup. So in short, the chests that you have over here at the bottom, we don't know if they will allow us to put more of those angels inside. So let's say Hera receives an engraving and Hera will be added to this chest. I very much doubt it. Why? Because here it says Ra, Cupid, Himiko, or Icarus 6th anniversary exclusive. So in my opinion, I think that this chest over here will be only for those 4 angels, and we won't be allowed to pick the newer ones whenever they get the engraving. So if you use any of those 4 of the angels, feel free to use and get the engraving because it will make you stronger. But if you don't use any of those 4 angels, don't pick up anything, because not picking it is better than picking it and not being able to use it. Maybe with time you decide to build Cupid to incarnation level 4, and then you will be happy that you didn't pick the engraving randomly. So in the very short, we are going to be saving that relic. As you can see, at incarnation level 4 for Cupid, the damage dealt by the angel initialing the duel is changed to dealing 1 instance of damage of 200% true damage and 1 instance of 200% holy damage after each skill cast. This is very, very good. And in my opinion, if you are using Cupid with incarnation level 4, it is a nice engraving to grab. But of course, if Himiko is your DPS angel, do put the engraving of Himiko, because she will be even better at PvE. For Ra, I don't believe that her engraving is strong enough to allow her to push PvE stages further and to be the DPS that can be used for both PvP and PvE. And for the Icarus one, I am not entirely sure how strong it is. It's definitely making her stronger, but I'm not sure how well Icarus does with the PvE aspect of the game at the moment. Overall, this is going to be about the Destiny relics and the engravings. I hope that this video finds you well and gives you the needed information to not really worry about it if you are just starting, or even like me, being at the later stages of the game with quite a lot of angels being built up now. I generally don't really care about the that many of the different aspects of the game. My goal is kind of to max out the angels that I decided to pick, my 16 to 18 angels that I decide to pick, to max them out, and from there on to see what I want to do, either just collect angels or try to push and be competitive on PvP. But I'm going to stop yapping right here, and with that, I would like to thank you all for watching, showing your support, and I expect that tonight I will be able to make the Perseus video. I didn't manage to test her in PvP that much, but I'm sure that there will be some stuff that I can provide you some information and find hopefully that you will find it useful. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next video.